Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, the stock market is the heart and soul of our financial system. And I went to elementary school in Scarsdale, New York, at Fox Meadow Elementary School. And our class project in the 6th grade was to go out, earn our own money, do our own research, and purchase stock, and then take the Scarsdale bus down to the New York Stock Exchange and buy stock. And I've been buying it ever since. And I can tell you this, Proxy advisors provide critical, independent research and recommendations that allow shareholders to hold boards of directors accountable and to access responses to corporate governance and make the investor have some sense of protection. That's all we're talking about here. So, Mr. Landers, without proxy advisors, firms, what challenges do shareholders face in analyzing thousands of proposals and director slates during the proxy season?
Small shareholders simply would not be able to have information to assess the risks they're facing and vote their interests without the kind of information that the proxy advisors give. And let's remember, these rules come from the SEC's creation out of the Great Depression and the stock market crash, specifically to give small investors the ability to confidently invest their money in the stock market. And getting the information that they need is critical for small investors like you and many others to be able to engage in investment confidently.
Well, I'm glad you make that point, that proxy advisors are not dictating outcomes, but they are empowering investors, large and small, with information they would otherwise lack and need. And that's all it is. So critics argue that ISS and Glass Lewis yield outside influence. Address this. But is it not the case that their recommendations are just that, recommendations, and that these investors still make their own voting decisions? Is that?
That is correct. So we vote all our proxies at U.S. companies. We subscribe to both ISS and Glass Lewis to get information, and my team review that information as we make our independent decisions. So their advice is just advisory. Most of the time, they side with management when there is a difference between management and proposal bringers. And it's worth remembering that the shareholder proposals themselves are advisory. They don't dictate policy to companies. They let management know the opinions of their shareholders, and the vast majority of the time, they are advisory as well.
Now, Mr. Landers, what barriers do entry exist for new proxy advisory firms? And what can Congress and regulators do to foster more competition without undermining the independence of the advice provided?
This is a great question, and I think would be a great topic for the committee to explore how to encourage more information to be provided. As was mentioned, some new firms are coming on to the marketplace. I don't know that we'll subscribe to Mr. Ramaswamy's service, but of course he should be able to provide it and give more information to investors. But the answer can't be less information for shareholders and investors. It's got to be more.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.